the cube.
We're back. Without the cube this time. So, yes. We begin on a rainy April morning. The 1st of April, to be precise. As Morgan McCrashley is in his offices, sort of attending to his normal work, when a letter lands on his desk, addressed to his private investigator's practice. And, well, how much detail is in this letter, and what kind of letter is this, Sebastian? How fancy are we going?
It would be very the writing on it is very like how could I say, it's very well made, like it was clearly made by someone who knew how to write beautifully. And it just said that someone wished to hire his services and would invite you for a tea at my country estate house for discussing business and extending my hospitality at the same time.
And would it be signed with your name?
Yes, and my official seal.
Okay. So, there at the bottom, it says, Sebastian Foster, 12th Earl of Bridgewater.
What might this Earl want? Interesting. I wonder if Franco wants a new story. Let's meet the little man. So I pack my things, and I go to Franco. By the way.
Oh, hi Morgan. Is there something that I've missed, or are the others back, or?
Do you have something planned for the next days?
Except for, roaming around trying to find a story so my boss doesn't, yell at me so much.
Go on an adventure? Maybe catch a story?
I mean, definitely a good idea. The problem is the sort of adventures we ending up in,
Come on, we're not going to miss the fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my stuff. Take the coat.
I just need to go to the armory because I made a cleaning to my Winchester, so just pick it up. We never know.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it that sort of a mission? But yeah, I'm going to take my spare keys in air quotes with me, and then we can leave. In case we need to go in somewhere, right? Potential news stories, always worth it. Taking that with me.
Okay, so with all your appropriate equipment for a nice, peaceful visit to a country house, you head on out of London, out into the rolling hills of, shall we say, Hampshire?
Good enough.
Yeah, Hampshire, where we find Ormdale Manor, this beautiful country house. As you pull up towards it, you see this sweeping grand drive, this beautiful brick country house with large windows, like Georgian style. It's very graceful, symmetrical design. Looks grand. The gates run down. Like, the paint's peeled off them a bit. It looks like someone has perhaps not been keeping up with all the maintenance over the last few years. But as you pull up to the front of your house, you can see here and there, like, some fairly recent, probably, repairs and amendments made to the house. Like someone's been perhaps fixing it up a bit, I think. And Sebastian, would you greet them yourselves, or would you have servants do this?
I would probably send my butler, Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris, the butler. Yes, he's standing on the steps, white gloves, smart butler's uniform. Would you want these guests sent round to the front of the house, or are they going to the tradesman's entrance? What?
No, the front. I want to make them feel welcome.
Yeah, so Mr. Harris is out there with a footman who steps up, opens the door, it's down the steps for you. And Mr. Harris gives a bit of a bow and goes, "Gentlemen, welcome to Ormdale Manor. Please, let Henry here take your bags, and I will show you inside."
Thank you.
Franco, by this time, we'll have had that sort of an entrance a couple of times, so maybe not be as stumped by the grandiose behavior as he was, previously. So just, give the coat away, and enter.
This way, and he should take you up these grand steps into this beautiful vestibule of the house. And I can never remember where is the appropriate place to entertain your guests.
Perhaps the drawing room?
I was going to say the drawing room. Would you like to see them in the yellow drawing room or the blue drawing room?
Could be the blue one.
Yes. Please, this way. The Earl is waiting for you in the blue drawing room. And as you step through this grand hall, quite suited to the kind of house where they have 2 drawing rooms. And sitting waiting for you is the Earl himself. And what would they see as they enter the blue drawing room?
They would see a very handsome man using a dark outfit. And he would lift up and he would greet them and say, "Hello, I am pleased that you received my letter and responded to my invitation. Please take a seat."
And what would Sebastian see as the 2 of you enter? In terms of appearance
Morgan's up front,
and attitude, yeah.
You will see somebody not too tall, but kind of bulky around the shoulders, somebody athletic. But you will see scars all over his face. He tries to hide it a little with his hat, but he doesn't manage completely. And you will see, I don't know if your family is military, but he has a waistcoat. So he has and the waistcoat is in the colors of the Black Watch. So the Black Watch is a military division of Scotland, and he wears the waistcoat of these colors.
Okay, interesting. He would be an extremely polite person who would take notice of your scar, but wouldn't. It would be very hard to notice the very subtle reaction he has to that, as he just and takes no mention of it whatsoever, and just invites you to a couch. And
behind,
signals the... And,
okay, behind Morgan, you would see in a fairly decent Sunday's clothing, a absurdly large but scrawny young man with, looking like either ended up born poor but gotten a bit of money, but still a bit out of sorts about and very curious eyes that keep glancing about everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he would smile to you and just say, "And you are?"
I'm Franco, a friend and supporter of investigations, all sorts.
He helps me a lot with the last cases we worked together in. So I thought maybe have two pair of eyes will be better for this one.
I see.
But would you mind tell us a little more about it, because you were quite evasive in the letter. What I can understand, that's not a reproach. I can understand it quite well, but I'm quite curious.
Yeah, I'm sorry for my lack of detailing. As you must imagine, I have to be very careful about what information goes out and on and in from this house. But I suppose I could fill you in right now. Okay, so what's been happening is that I'm going to be pretty honest. I have been on a small financial problem. I have ran into small financial problems lately, which required me to basically adopt a patron, benefactor, if you would will. Her name is Lady Millicent. What was her surname again?
Crawley.
Crawley, yeah. It's Lady Millicent Crawley, and she provided me with what I needed, but she requested to stay here at Armdale Manor for an indefinite amount of time, which I agreed lest I had any choice over the matter. But there was something, when she arrived, there was some things very odd about her that I couldn't help but notice and became and became a little bit preoccupied, to say the least. I wanted to be extremely discreet. I don't want this lady to know that I have any concerns over her, of course. She's been nothing but a godsend to me, especially in these troubling times. But I would wish for someone to be able to dig up some information on her. Where is she from? What's her history? What interest could she have on staying with me, on helping me just for a room at this house? And especially a room at this house that she explicitly forbids any of my servants to enter.
She forbids someone of his own property to have access to a room.
Yeah, and not only that, I have been hearing very strange noises at night. And recently, one of my ladies, one of my wife's maids, Clara, she just quit all of a sudden without asking for a reference. That struck me as very odd. And all those strange things started happening right after Lady Crawley came to this house. So you can see why I would be very concerned over that.
I'm going to be blunt with you, Earl. I will ask you some questions, sometimes not pleasant questions. I will need you to be truthfully with me, right?
Of course.
Why did you ask her help for?
There's no use hiding it from you, I suppose. I needed money.
Mhm.
The late Earl, my father, left us with many debts when I assumed the estate. It was shorter than a year ago, and I looked over the accountancies and noticed that we would burn through our reserves in less than 2 years if things kept as they were. So I needed a loan. And look at my surprise when I found that nobody would lend money to this house anymore, because apparently we've been not keeping with our own debts for a while. So that's the gift my late father left for me. And suddenly, when nobody would help us, Lady Crawley appeared out of practically nowhere. I never even heard of her family, and offered to help, and gave me and filled the coffers of this house with pretty much all the money we needed. So that's where you would notice that there are some renovations going at the house right now. It's exactly because with her money we were able to contract services. But the price, she didn't ask for interest, like for me to give the money back to her or anything like that. She just wanted a room at this house where she could come and go as she pleases, and that nobody would have access to it ever, not even my own servants, not even myself.
No act of property on her name you were given?
No, right?
Storyteller?
She said she had estates up in Yorkshire, but she wasn't any more specific than that.
And she didn't ask for an act of property on this manner? Nope.
No. She's not asked for anything of that. She just asked to spend a nice visit. She's just a nice, friendly old lady.
Yeah. You told me that there were some nice, not nice, strange noises coming out of this room.
Yes.
Did you hear it yourself? Does your staff heard about it? Heard it? Can you be more specific? Like what kind of noises?
Storyteller, please.
It was more sort of a shuffling, sliding noises.
But it was me who heard it, or did I hear it from other staff?
Mostly the servants reporting they'd heard it, yes. They said it sounded like something large moving around in Lady Crawley's rooms.
Okay, yeah. It appeared that some of the servants came to me concerned about a growling, shuffling noise, as if something is moving inside her rooms at night.
Right. Is there a staff member we could speak with? Maybe somebody really close to you. We has access to most of the house.
Sure. You probably can reach Miss Taylor, the housekeeper. She knows about everything who goes on in this house better than me, actually. So that would be the first person I would confer to.
Yeah.
And there's the butler. You already met him.
Guys, it will be nice to have both of you in the same room, because I will need details about this lady. Does she wear some rings, necklaces, something out of the ordinary, you know?
I try to remember.
Most of the times you've seen her, she has been quite plainly dressed. She's in sort of black widow's mourning clothes on behalf of her husband, who died
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago, but she says she's still not over it.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't really wear much jewelry that you've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Hmm.
very plain in her dress.
What struck me as odd is that a lady of her stature and her fortune would use very plain clothes, actually. She almost didn't wear any jewels. And she wore a black mourning dress, even though her husband had died for a long time now. So if something struck me as odd, it was actually the lack of thereof, the things you ask of me.
Maybe because the few items she has, she preferred to lock them away and to hide them, you know?
That does make sense.
What do you think, Franco?
I think most of what we can do now is speculation, but I think best is just to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Just go by and say hi.
By the way, I have prepared rooms for you here at this house if you would like to stay, if you think it would help with your investigation. You could just say you are helping me with administrative duties, and I've been hiring your services for that.
Perfect. And it will be possible that we sneak around at night. Will that be a problem for you, sir?
Not at all. Just keep me apprised of everything that you see.
That's why.
I will let Miss Taylor and Mr. Harris know about that, so they don't cause you, so the servants don't cause you any trouble.
It's better to warn them like this. They are not surprised if they cross us in the.
Yes, I will relay that to the servants.
Perfect.
You have complete access to everything in this house.
Perfect, thank you. Listen, like Franco said, it's just only speculation now, but last weeks we have seen some serious strange things as well. So what you are telling us, just the little you are telling us, and just a little about your story is like, it's like twitching me, you know. It's like a warning sound. Like, I don't know, it's strange. It's like,
yeah, that was exactly what made me call you in the first place and send for you.
Do you think it's a similar sort of situation?
Maybe not similar, but yes, similar, but not the same.
Not similar, yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I guess the best time to snoop around is night. So we'll just, take our time. Take it easy a bit. Make yourself comfortable.
Of course. You can refer. I have prepared servants to help you get settled. So just leaving this room, there should be at least a footman and a maid in your service for your stay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
And anything else you need, you can refer to either Mr. Harris or Miss Taylor, and they will arrange for it. Just anything you may ask.
And same ways, if you need something, if you hear something, if there is something, just yell, just call us. We are here to help, all right?
Mm-hmm. All right. And would I be expecting you to join us for dinner this evening?
If it won't mind. I think
Not
it
at
will
all.
be even better. Like this, we can be, if Miss Crawley is coming, we can introduce ourselves.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that would be lovely. I would very much appreciate that.
So, do it.
Okay. So, yes, you are shown up to guest rooms. And what would people like to do before dinner comes around? What's the plan?
I would be asking which areas the ones are where we're not supposed to be in, and then just hang around near those, just listen for errant noises, stuff that might be interesting, but not actually enter the areas I'm not supposed to be in.
Okay, so just for clarity, any preference about which bedrooms you give to your guests?
Not really. I would not bore with such details. I would let that to Miss Taylor.
Okay, in which case, she will put them in these two guest rooms in the center of the building.
For myself.
Mm-hmm. They are even close to the forbidden room.
Yes. So yeah, if you're hanging around doing some listening, I think it might as well ask you to make me a listen roll. I think that would seem appropriate. Our first roll of this evening.
I mean, if you want it to be extreme, I'm gonna give you those 2 points.
I don't need an extreme one though. That is quite necessary. Okay, so was that a hard success then?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was on a different thing. So yes, you're sort of hanging around the door of your guest room, sort of listening out to the sounds from the other visitors section. You hear a murmur of voices, but you can't really make out what they're saying from here, because definitely 2 voices. Both quite soft, quiet voices coming from that direction. And then sort of a scraping, dragging sound, like something large being moved. And followed by another murmur of voices, and then the sound of footsteps approaching the door and heading out. You catch a glimpse going past of this old lady in sort of black widow's weeds, this long black dress, bow tied up round her neck, very sort of covered, very plain. And accompanying her is a maid, also in very plain, somber black, who sort of follows behind her. Appears to be carrying like a lady's like reticule, like her book and her accoutrement, her various items that she needs for a day. She seems to be heading downstairs, and you see the maid lock the door to those quarters behind her as they head downstairs. There's still a few hours before dinner.
So they're going downstairs already. The maid locked the door. I mean, that's just asking me to wait for them to turn the corner and go to that door and try to open it.
Okay, so you're going to try and open that door. Give me a lock-picking roll, please. And while this is going on, what is Morgan up to?
Morgan is he's changing waistcoat actually, because he doesn't want to give away that he's to the other guests that he's from a special regiment. So he will change waistcoat, wear a normal, regular dark gray coat, almost black but not quite black, and he will check all these items. So like his rifle, his handgun, and his knives, and he will take his handgun in a under his jacket, and he will close his jacket really quite completely. But we never know what can happen, so he's coming packed.
Okay. And having sort of sent your guests upstairs to make themselves comfortable, what would Sebastian be doing before dinner?
I would guess that he would pretty much do what he does every day during the afternoon, like just doing accountancies and checking things and maybe strolling the gardens and doing all those things the fine gentry of London normally did.
Okay.
Unless something happens along the way, I mean.
As you take a stroll down to the gardens, you see Lady Crawley and her maid coming out onto the terrace, sort of to settle down. Settle down in the afternoon sun. There's a little bit of sun coming through the clouds. It's it's still April. It's not that sunny, but she settles down in the sun to read her book and sort of watch you as you go about your walking.
I just do a small bow to her and say, Lady Crawley.
Oh, Sebastian. I hear we have guests. You didn't mention anything about anyone else staying.
Yes, I was getting overwhelmed with the adjusting the accountancies of the house now that things are moving along. So I needed someone to help me settle everything here. And they are accountants, actually. They are here to help me with that.
Oh,
you see?
You're not having any more money troubles, because...
No, everything is okay.
Oh, good, dear.
Everything is okay. I just need help just directing the money to where it needs to go, you see?
Yes.
And make sure that I don't run into problems again.
Oh, good. And will the Countess be joining us for dinner? Your lovely wife?
Oh, of course she will. And I would expect you to be as well.
Of course. What is it?
Perhaps my mother will too.
Well, it's always delightful to have her here. Oh, awful weather, though. Awful weather, isn't it?
And I took the liberty to ask for our 2 guests to join us today, so as even you have an opportunity to meet them. They will be staying with us for a while.
Yes. I'll look forward to meeting them. Though one never expects accountants to have very engaging dinner conversation.
You would be surprised, actually.
Yes, well...
They are a smart lot.
We shall see. Right.
Anyhow, I will leave you to your book and to your son and to your magnificent time, if you'll excuse me.
But, as this conversation is going on downstairs and as Morgan is selecting waistcoats, Franco, you unlock the door to Lady Crawley's quarters. Click. The lock is undone. And you can see this little lobby area. There's doors leading through to a water closet on the left, and followed by a dressing room, and a door on the end which leads into the main bedroom. And you can see it looks like a little truckle bed for the servant has been set up in the dressing room. Looks like she sleeps in here as well.
Would be careful and slowly. There might be someone else in here, because I'm not sure how many shared servants she has. So I'd be silent as possible and just peek through the doors of the different rooms and throw a quick glance before I open any door. I think the most interesting part is obviously her bedroom, but I think I'm going to make sure that there's nothing too dangerous in either the toilet or the dressing room before we move on.
Peer
Just
through.
play.
No sign of anyone up here. It doesn't look like anyone's in the rooms. Yeah. The dressing room, as I said, there's a bed set up, like a suitcase at the end of it. Some clothes, there's a wardrobe. There's also a large, like, traveller's trunk in front of the wardrobe doors. And peering through into the visitor's bedroom, you can see this big bed, a writing desk, like a little, like, small armchair, a little side table with like a decanter on it, probably with some brandy in. And the curtains are drawn, and you notice there's a sort of musty smell in the air. You can't quite place it, but it's not just like mothballs and old ladies. There's something else.
So the trunk in front of the word is already missing. You just said it and it's gone already.
The trunk is in front of the wardrobe in the dressing room.
The wardrobe, exactly. Does it look? Is the trunk open and there's like clothes in it? And instead of putting it into the wardrobe, it's just open there, like a lazy person, or? No.
The lid's shut. It's closed.
Okay. I'm wondering about that smell, but since I can't place it, I'm gonna start looking. Just for example, opening the trunk, opening the wardrobe, opening all the
Okay, the trunk
openables.
The trunk is locked, and in order to access the wardrobe, you would have to drag the trunk out of the way.
Okay.
It seems to be quite heavy.
I'm gonna tilt the trunk a little and, give it a slight shake to see if there's like big loose things in there. And otherwise I'll, give it like a little scooch away from the wardrobe so you can just take a peek inside before you...
It seems very heavy. It's almost like it's packed with quite heavy items in there.
Extraordinary heavy. Okay. Interesting.
But if you'd like to move it out of the way, you can make me a strength roll.
Okay. Sure. I'd try to move it slowly so it doesn't, make a lot of noise because I don't want to be spotted and hurt. But yeah, I'm not getting that.
It's very heavy. You can push this roll if you would like, and I'd say if you fail it, you will succeed in moving it, but it will make a loud noise.
I'm definitely not going to risk that.
Okay. Yeah, it's too heavy. You can't move it out of the way enough to access the wardrobe.
Okay. I will need Morgan for that. I will leave that be for now. How's the lock of that trunk look? Is that way too small for my...
Looks like a padlock on it.
You could try, right? What could possibly go wrong? Well, I mean, I got through the first lock. Why wouldn't I get through the second one, right? So, easy.
Takes a little bit more fiddling around this time, but yeah, you managed to get this open. You push up the lid. You can see inside there are a number of essentially look to be large stones, like just large slabs of rock out yay big, so probably like a foot long, like this thick, each with what looks a strange symbol chiseled into it. You can just only see like the top three, but it looks like there's several more stacked in this box. It's just full of large rocks.
I'm going to close that trunk, lock the lock again, and just leave that room.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn around and be like, yeah, not again. Looking at that stuff and being like, we're not having the others with us. All the smart people aren't here. I'm gonna go and leave for now. Close the door behind me, lock the door behind me.
Okay, you close the door behind you. Could you make me a look roll at this point, please?
Oh my goodness. Obviously.
Oh, right. Well, what is the I mean...
You're in.
As you're just closing the door, you hear footsteps behind you, and you've just got the door relocked, when this little old lady reaches the top of the stairs and stares right at you. This is taking place in the corridor, just round the corner from where Morgan has just finished dressing. So, Morgan, if you'd like to give me a listen roll, you can, to see if you catch what's going on here. But it's up to you. You're muted.
And you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen. Was it a listen roll?
Yes, if you would like to.
Of course. Listen.
Listen with your ears. And you can hear voices, but you can't make out what they're saying. And yeah, the little old lady gets to the top of the stairs and looks straight at Franco. Goes, "Oh, excuse me?
Oh, hello.
Oh, what are you doing in my rooms, young man?"
She came up when the door was locked.
When you were
right?
just finishing locking it. This is the most unlucky thing that could happen.
She saw me locking the door.
This was a fumble on a luck roll. This is
Okay.
how, like, the most unlucky thing that you could have happen.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I mixed up the rooms. And when I noticed, I closed the door right away again.
You'll find that my door was locked.
I'm going to ask for a fast talk roll here. This is going to require an extreme success to get off scot-free and a hard success to get off reasonably.
That would be, for the hard success, another... Then 18 luck. Yeah, that's fine. 18 luck's fine, right?
She eyes you with some suspicion. She goes,
Well, careful where you're going. I don't want to see you around my rooms again, young man. What kind of... ladies' rooms and all. What... I will be making a strong complaint to our host. It's unbelievable.
I will be all like, please don't.
Oh, I will be having words. This is not the behavior I would expect from any reputable house guest.
I will completely
Hurting
be
voices. Hurting voices will come out just at this moment, like,
yeah.
Oh,
This is completely and utterly unacceptable.
what's going on here?
This young man is poking around other people's rooms, clearly drunk in the daytime, doesn't know where he's going.
Franco,
Not even dinner yet.
you again lost your room.
Yes.
I told you the room is on the left side, not on the right side. Sorry
I would
about
just
that.
be like,
Sorry,
Like a-
madam. He's not used to this kind of, spaces, and he get lost quite quickly. I'm really sorry about that.
She just kind of shakes her head, goes, unacceptable, and heads into her room to change for dinner.
The moment the doors close, it's. I'm leaning over to Morgan and I'm whispering. She's the sort of person that has carved rocks with some weird symbols in her trunk. Just so you know what we're getting into right now.
Be careful. Maybe you can drown, right? You can be drowned like the other persons.
I was glad enough to not have been here when that was a thing. I really don't feel like.
If you want to leave, you can still leave, laddie.
As if.
You know what? I've got the intuition it was some kind of story.
Mm.
And now we're here. We can't leave the Earl Foster like that. Have you come packed?
I have left everything the way she left it, so she will know that I saw what's in there.
No, what I mean is, do you have a gun with you?
A gun?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I might have. Let's look in the trunk. I might be lucky and have brought it with me, but I don't think so.
and
Would Franco have brought a gun?
He would probably have forgotten, but he might have been lucky and thought about it.
If you'd like to make this a look roll, you can. As you're doing this, Sebastian, as you're making preparations for dinner, your wife, the Countess, comes in from the gardens. Evening, darling. I'm just going to go and change for dinner.
Oh, okay. The guests arrived, by the way.
Oh,
I just thought you should know. They will join us for dinners this evening and will be staying with us for a while.
yeah. How much have you told Catherine about what the guests are here for?
I would probably tell her the same story I told Millicent. I told Lady Crawley, yes. I don't want to be too over worried. Actually, how much did she confide on me about how worried she was about Lady Crawley?
Let me just... Yeah, hang on. She seems completely oblivious to anything weird about Lady Crawley. Like, she thinks...
Wonderful. So they are just a pair of accountants, nothing to worry about, everything is fine.
Yeah. Well, it's good to get someone to look over the accounts. But you're doing it. You've done an excellent job with it. I can already see the improvements from when your father was running the estate. Like, you've done a brilliant job.
Yeah. And those.
Don't let your mother hear me saying that.
Oh, of course. And yes, and and Mr. Morgan and Mr. Franco are doing a wonderful job helping me.
And they're joining us for dinner.
Yes, they are. They should be staying with us for a while we get things sorted out.
Oh, Nigel told me to tell you that he won't be joining us for dinner. He's gone out over to a friend's. Apparently there's a shooting party tomorrow.
I am not surprised at all. Okay.
Honestly, like, he needs to settle down. Next week, when the season starts up, we need to find him a good wife if he needs it.
Yeah. I have been trying to talk to me, but the man is incorrigible, I'm afraid. Maybe Mother can talk some sense into him because I am to the verge of giving up on this, really. Nigel is a handful,
Yes.
to say the least. Yes.
Well,
How
yes.
many women he already sneaked into this house this month alone?
Do not want to know. It's it's embarrassing. But
Yeah, exactly. I will tell him to be as soon as I manage to find him, that is, I will tell him to be extra careful while Mr. Bernice and Mr. McCrashley are here.
yeah, I rather worry he might be why Lara left. But
There is not implausible possibility, I will say, my love.
but yes,
That
I
is
need to
not.
go borrow your mother's maid to help me dress.
Yes. Okay. But anyhow, thanks for letting me know about Nigel. I mean, when can we find the boy to tell us things? So I thank you for that, and I will be retiring to my chambers, so we could be ready for dinner.
I will see you at dinner, darling.
I will see you at dinner. And then I give you a gentle kiss on the cheek, and off to my chambers I go.
Go to change. Your valet to help you if you need any help. And to borrow your mother's maid.
Yes.
Franco, unfortunately, you forgot your gun.
Oh. It's fine. I mean, let's be honest. I can't use it anyway. It's okay. You have to shoot for two of us.
We will have to change that if you continue to work with us, mate.
I just forgot it. It's not like I can use it anyway.
Yeah,
probably.
But what I mean is, we have to learn. You have to learn how to use it, so we will have to do something about that.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Let's speak about this later. Don't worry. I'll do the shooting for both of us, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad that those stones were like disturbing me as much, because otherwise she would have caught me in her room and not on the way out.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about these carvings? About this, the design of the drawings on the rocks?
I will make a quick sketch of what I remember they looked like.
Okay, so you only saw the top couple, but the symbols on them were fairly simple. Just a few lines, a few curves, so you can easily sketch the top. I think it was the top three would have been visible to you. So you can sketch those out. They don't really look like any language either of you have seen before.
Yeah, I was immediately suspect because, I mean, who's carrying around a bunch of stones?
Were there only writings? Did you see drawings?
I only saw those three. I mean, I wasn't, taking it apart on the notion that I might not be able to put it back again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be in there for too long because I didn't know how long she was going to be down there.
No, so no snake, lizard drawings on the stone.
No. I mean, it didn't look like it. There might be some below that have something like that, but those are fairly simple. So.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. And they'll use the stones, I think, to close the wardrobe. So there might be something interesting in air quotes in the wardrobe as well. So 385.
I'll draw them better over the break.
It's fine.
The 5 does look like a snake, don't you think so?
I mean, fair. Now I forgot what I was. Yeah, well, we need to get in there at night. Though if we are getting in there at night, she might be in there.
Oh. maybe more in the morning then.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, let's go to dinner first, and
Let's go to dinner.
We'll see from there.
Yes, so you head down to dinner. And joining you for dinner, there is Sebastian. There is Sebastian's lovely wife, the Countess. Sebastian's mother, the Dowager Countess. And, of course, Lady Crawley, who just glares at Franco with these little black beady eyes of hers, just like disappointed old lady death glare.
Oh boy.
But yeah, you all settle down for dinner. And as
I sit down and I just do a gesture welcoming everyone and say, welcome to the dinner. Welcome to this dinner. I hope you find the cuisine to your pleasantry. Please.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
yes, it's wonderful to have someone to look over the accounts. Yeah, running a house like that, this is quite a challenge, really, says Catherine. And you hear the Dowager Countess and leans and goes, "Not if you know what you're doing properly. Really, I don't see why it needs to be quite so challenging. The old Earl always did a splendid job."
Well, and I would just be starting to talk a whole lot of bullshit about where you need to be careful, and not actually anything about actual accounting, but just bullshitting my way to pretend to know a lot.
Give me a bullshit roll, please.
You're welcome.
Otherwise known as fast thought.
Are you kidding me? I'm spending 5 points. Today's just...
It's every time.
Yeah, today's every time. For some reason, Roll20 doesn't like me.
And he goes like, if you take the money from the thingy and throw it to the other thingy, then the money grows, you see, like a tree.
Yeah, some of what you're saying is wrong, but luckily no one, by the time you make any mistakes, anyone who has either zoned out or is focused on the food, but they seem to be buying your bullshit.
That's good. That's the thing that I wanted to happen. Just glad that I didn't have to roll accounting.
Yes, they have been helping me a lot, actually. While I know that Papa used to take care of the finances just fine, and then I roll my eyes and think, no, he was the one who left us in this situation to start with. And the fine gentlemen here are helping me with getting acquainted with everything and helping me sift through everything so I can actually go forward by myself in the future. They are being of tremendous help, and I am so glad they are here.
Yes, I'm sure we're all glad. I did find that young man poking around my rooms earlier, though, quite unacceptable.
I just raise my eyebrow. Like,
oh, Miss Crawley.
Apparently, he got lost. I suspect he may be drunk.
No,
I think it's quite unacceptable hiring such a foolish and clearly incapable
Miss Crawley, like I told
man.
you. Yeah, like I told you, he's not used to big houses like this. But that's why he has lost. Franco doesn't drink much in day, light. But so you can assure he was not drunk. But last, he was clearly, he's a fine man, but he wasn't raised in this type of mansions.
Clearly not, and perhaps his brain isn't getting enough blood. He's far too tall. And you? Where are you from? You sound like a Scotsman.
Because I am, dear lady.
Well, you can always trust them with the accounts. Now. Although this is a little bit rich for my liking. I might have to retire early this evening. I'll take a supper from my rooms later if I need it. But
Would you wish an additional servant this evening, Miss Crawley?
no. Agatha can handle all my needs.
Okay, just letting you know that it's an open offer for you.
But thank you, but no need. Agatha has been with me for years, and she's always done a good job. When you find staff you can really rely on, you don't want to let them go. Now.
Mhm. Yes. By the way, have you heard of the maid who quit recently?
Well, exactly what I'm saying. Reliable staff doesn't just run out like that.
So you had talked to her before she left? Because I haven't. I just heard the news from Miss Taylor.
Oh, I ran into her the other day. Slight young thing, very not what I would expect from a lady's maid back in my day. You need some stability. Or a good lady's maid. She seems quite unsuited to the job.
Did she do something to upset you?
Oh, no, we had a little conversation, and I suggested perhaps she wasn't in the right line of work, and I think she took it too much to heart. And she's
I
probably
see.
off to find employment on the factory lines. I'm sure.
Well,
Working a
I
mill or a
hope-
match factory or something. There's always plenty of places in need of a girl like her, but a respectable house like that is not one of them.
Well, I guess I just hope that wherever she is, she finds true purpose in her life, right?
Oh well, if I'm being honest, I don't really care.
No, of course.
I only just met the girl, but I wish her well, but not everyone can find their purpose. And for some people, their purpose is just to help other people with their purpose.
I would not disagree with that.
Well, anyway, I will be retiring. I will ring if I need any more supper. It was delightful to meet you, gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening. And I'm sorry again.
She
Yeah, don't worry. It will not happen again. I will assure of that.
heads out. You see your mother, the Dowager Countess, just frowning after her. Sebastian, why have we invited that woman into our house?
Mama, that's really not a suitable conversation for dinner, but
She is unbelievably rude to all the servants.
yes, I know, actually. This is really not a proper conversation for here. If you can join
Fine,
us
fine.
in my study before going to bed, please.
Of course, of course.
Yes, and you
Yes.
too.
But yeah, the rest of the dinner proceeds. If there's anything else anyone would like to bring up before the dinner ends, let me know. But courses are served. The butler brings in port for the gentlemen, and the ladies retire to the drawing room. I think leaving the three of you sat in the dining room together. As is the way.
So, I'm not sure whether so I mean, as you already noticed, she caught me a bit on an inopportune moment. She's got a whole bag full of carved stones in front of the wardrobe, which is odd to say the least. Sadly, she got up the stairs before I could close the door without her noticing. And so that might make it a bit difficult to, search her apartment, her rooms, her chambers, without, having too much of an issue. Especially since you are financially beholden to her, that might be problematic if we offend her too much with our inquiries.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would probably ask you to be discreet about everything, yes. So, do you have any steps you would like to take now?
Morgan?
No, tonight it will be maybe just be around her room, see. I will stay up, be in the corridors to see if she got out in the night or something. Some kind of they'll be listening around, but not more, because like you said, we don't want to be too suspicious, So
and she's apparently on to Franco already.
Mm-hmm. But I'll be around with him, so this time he won't be alone, so we can cover up each other. And Franco, next time if you want to do something like that, don't forget to warn me beforehand.
Oh, I had the chance. She came out and left her room, and I just saw a chance and took it.
It's no. I'm not. It's not a begrudging. I'm not a grudge. It's like it's more. Let's work like a team. I think it will be better like that. Go on.
I have an idea. If you're like in near our rooms and stay awake, and keep an eye out, an ear out. I mean. I could go outside. How's the garden? Is there like trees or something that I could get high up enough to look through her windows from the outside? I can hide out there. She's not gonna find me there. And it's not like I'm not supposed to be outside. So I would, do the same as I did last week. Up on a tree and look through the window as the young lady of the house does weird stuff.
As long as we don't end in a hole of a cemetery, it's fine for me.
Yeah. That's not necessary again. So
before we're leaving, what was the name of the maid that just left?
Clara.
Clara. What was she like? Was she before Miss Crawley came to this mansion? What was she like? Was she happy here? Was she how was she? Was she really? Did she like the work here, or how can we tell?
I haven't got to know her yet because there are many employees at this house, but from what I heard from Miss Taylor when she came to communicate that she left, she told me she was a very young lady, probably 19, 20 years old, and she was very cheerful, really happy to work here. It was like her best job, the best job that she had, and she had absolutely no reason to want to leave this place, which was what struck me as really strange the way she left.
You mentioned she left a letter or something from.
Yes, I can ask Miss Taylor. I suppose has it. I will. I will let. Do you need to see it?
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
What can I find? We never know. Like.
Okay. Yes, Miss Taylor should have the letter. You can ask her. She's already been aware of that. She's supposed to grant every request of you.
All right.
So yeah. Anyhow, I will be retiring to my chambers now. If there isn't anything you still want to take care of. Tomorrow, I would like to gather us at my study with Mother so she can be apprised of the situation. She's trustworthy and she's very discreet, and I believe she can be of very much help to us. She's very connected. She knows many people in London society, and she will probably be able to help us a lot.
Perfect.
So, yeah, just after breakfast, if you can join us, we can do a small meeting there.
Will do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And with that,
So,
good night, fine gentlemen.
as everyone heads up to their rooms, we will cover any nighttime snooping in a moment after the break. But for now, we've got a 10-minute break. If I updated it correctly, it should include a recap of some past events of the campaign and some trailers for other games on the channel that you might want to check out. If I didn't, who knows what's in that? But we'll see you in 10 minutes' time. All right. And we are back. So, as the sun sets over the Hampshire countryside, and you head upstairs to your rooms, what would everyone like to be doing this evening/night, if it's anything other than getting a nice night's rest?
So Franco will be climbing a tree and doing the peeping Tom again.
Okay. Sebastian,
Unconsensual peeping.
do you have any nice trees overlooking your guest rooms?
I suppose, yes. Suppose I would have. Right next to the garden maze, yes.
Okay, decent tree. You know what? I am going to be mean and ask for a climb roll for assessing if you can get up this tree without any unnecessary shenanigans. So you find a tree that you think would have a view of the rooms. However, looking at this tree, you see that it lacks easy branches. This is a difficult looking tree to climb. As you're kind of assessing it, there's a lot of trunk, it's quite smooth bark, it's quite ornamental. And yeah, you can push on up this tree, but if you fail, you do risk doing yourself quite an injury if you fall out of this tree, if you don't make it up there. It's not an easy climb.
I mean, math says no, but I mean, I have hit points left over. It's fine. I'm gonna try anyway.
Heart says yes, go.
I was already getting my dice to roll damage, but no. No, it's not needed. Hard success. You shimmy your way up this tree and position yourself carefully. You can just get a view of the curtained windows of Lady Crawley's room. You see the dim flicker of the lights silhouetted through the window as she prepares for bed. It's not a clear enough silhouette to really see, it's not like a sort of shadow puppetry show. You can more just see that there's two figures moving around in the room. And then, well, actually, before we go on any further, I'm going to ask what Sebastian and Morgan are doing.
I would say that Sebastian is, for the first time in his life, sleeping a very nice sleep, thinking that all his problems are being taken care of by other people.
Okay. They're really not. And Morgan, what would you like to be doing?
I'm walking in the corridors, like I said I would. Just like not really. I'm passing near the door of Miss Crawley's room. Go down the stairs, go a little walk, see if I can see something, if I can catch something. Going back up, I'm a little circling around the mansion.
Okay, could you give me? So you're circling around. I'm going to ask for your choice of listen or spot hidden, and a luck roll as well, please. If you want to be relying on your ears or your eyes for this, and just a little luck.
On my eyes?
Yeah.
A hard success. And on my luck, I've got a success as well.
Okay, so you're kind of strolling the corridors, wandering around. And as you're sort of heading out, you see Agatha, Lady Crawley's maid, just slipping out of her room. And this is after sort of night's fallen. And you see that she is carrying a large trunk, just lifting it in her arms. She's heading downstairs with it.
A large trunk, or
Yeah, like a large traveler's trunk.
yeah, she's quite damn strong. Does she see me, or are we passing each other?
You're lucky she doesn't look like she spotted you at all.
Okay.
Like you see this as you're sort of heading back round the other way. Just catch a glimpse of her heading down with this large trunk.
Oh, my servants can do that.
I will follow suit, but not following her really, not from a big distance. I'm not going to follow her really close by. I'm going to just to see her around the corner, what I can find.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for a stealth roll if you follow her.
Oh, I'm not even stealthy, but yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, it's just if you're trying to follow her without being seen, then as she heads down to the lobby, you get the feeling like she kind of glances back, that she knows you're behind her. It's up to you whether you want to keep tailing her or just kind of.
But I'm going to tail her, but not like I'm tailing her. It's like I'm just going downstairs.
Okay,
I'll just follow.
Yeah. Spell it out. So yeah, she carries this large trunk downstairs. Meanwhile, Franco out in the tree. You see these two figures around, and then it just looks like there's the vague outline of one figure. And then the shadow changes. Sort of grows. It ripples and expands. You see shadow now cast against the curtains. Seems far larger than that would be cast by one little old lady, and as this large shadow ripples out against the curtains, you can't see it clearly, but it's enough to make you, well, let's see, it's enough to make you roll a sanity roll. It's weird shit.
We've seen that thousands of times already.
I mean, in the last month, you have experienced corpse-eating monstrosities and a visitor from another planet/dimension.
What else could this be?
Been there, done that.
Might just be the light,
Yeah.
the angle of the light, and suddenly she's bigger than she actually is. Who knows?
But yeah, that's what you see. And then the light in the room is turned off. It's just darkness. And Franco, you see is Agatha. She heads out down the stairs, through the grand hall, and out the vestibule onto the terrace that surrounds the house. And she sort of heads off to the right around the house, and you see as she takes a couple of steps past the door, then she stops. She puts down this large trunk that she's carrying, this big trunk that she's been hefting in her arms. Lifts the lid and takes out a stone and places it against the wall of the house by the door. Then she shuts the trunk, picks it up again, and carries on around the side of the house. Heading off further round to the end of the gallery. If you follow her out on the terrace, it's going to be very clear that you're actually following her. It's up to you if you'd like to do this.
No, I will not follow her further. I've seen what I had to see, and I will keep walking in the mansion, like you know, just like doing my midnight routine. Like I need to walk, just follow suit, do like nothing. Yeah, nothing. I will not say suspicious, but nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just like stretching my legs, and after I will go back upstairs.
Okay, yes, you have a lovely stroll around. Sebastian, are you just, sleeping peacefully? Okay. A little time passes since Franco saw the strange shadow, and you see now a figure come into view around the corner of the house, carrying a trunk. So from where you are on the tree, you can see as this figure comes around the corner of the house and takes a few steps past the corner of the house, then stops. You can't really see from the tree, from the angle exactly what they're doing, but they stop, lift the trunk, and then you see as they lift something out and place something against the wall of the house.
Well, on the notion that I have seen that trunk before and know what's in there, she's placing those stones around that house. Like basic.
She carries
Logic
on a
in
bit
that case.
further, continues around, and stops. There's another stone against the wall of the house. And carries onwards.
On the notion that the lady's already upstairs, is already in bed. I don't actually know what kind of a weird thing they are doing. But usually it's kind of a good idea to disrupt that a bit. So once she's turned the corner, I'm going to hop off the tree, sneak up to one of the stones she put on the wall, take it, and hide it somewhere.
Okay. So you climb down your tree, and given your hard roll to get up there, I'm not going to make you roll anything to get down this tree. So you climb down this tree, head across the terrace towards this stone, and as you go to pick this stone up, you feel it just your hand goes to touch this stone. I need you to make me a power roll, please.
Ooh. I mean, this is too much luck. This is not good. But This would be 20. This would be exactly all my luck if I did that. I'm not gonna do that, no.
Okay. So as your hand touches the stone, you get a flash of something. This malevolent force of pushing out back towards you. Like the symbol etched on the stone seems to sort of shine bright in front of your eyes for the moment, and you hear this hissing, rasping voice in your ears. And I need a sanity roll from you, please. That will be a grand 5 points of sanity loss there. I rolled very high on what I could have rolled. So I need an intelligence roll from Mr. Reness, please.
I would fail as well.
So you're able to rationalize this away. It's, there's many reasons why this might be,
I mean, I might have just poked myself somewhere and just... It's fine. I'll just try again then.
Yeah, but feeling a little shaken by this, you're able to pick up the stone.
Okay,
And
okay.
on its own, one singular stone isn't that heavy. It was more just a large chest of them. It's quite heavy. And where would you like to put it?
There's a hedge maze.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in that hedge maze and hide it in a hedge somewhere in the middle of the maze. Who knows?
Do you want to hide it in the very center of the maze?
Nah, I'm not gonna bother trying to get into the center of the maze.
I was going to make you make an
go...
intelligence thing for how long it takes you to find the middle of the maze.
I'm just gonna go in long enough to be sure that you don't accidentally stumble over it trying to find it. Exactly. And then I'm gonna put it somewhere in the side.
Okay. So you tuck the stone away in the hedge maze. At some point, not long after this is all gone, before Morgan makes it to bed, Morgan, you hear the sounds of Agatha returning back to her mistress's room, carrying the now empty trunk with her. She heads back up. You see her, she turns the key in the lock and heads inside Lady Crawley's rooms. Is there anything else?
Did I saw her quite? Did I saw her take one of the stones and put it against the wall or not?
Yeah, you saw her take the first stone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I will do now is go downstairs and go find Franco.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way around. Probably about the same time that Franco's returning from his trip to the hedge maze, you meet him out on the back terrace.
Hey, Morgan.
You're right there?
Yeah. I mean, I saw maybe a bit weird stuff. The lady got a really big shadow before she went to bed. I have no clue what happened there. She might be, like the other lady that we had an issue with, or similar or different, but And I thought it was a smart idea that her maid came around with those stones.
Yeah, I saw her. She puts a stone around near the big entry. She against the wall.
Yeah, I thought it would be okay if I took one away and hid it, just to see what kind of a problem that creates.
And did you move on?
Yeah, I took the one from there away and hid it in the hedge maze. I think the third or fifth left on the side somewhere.
And do you think we need to hide another one, or With just one will be enough.
Hmm. I have no clue. And we don't have our specialists with us today, so
Yeah. We don't need to have specialists to see that something is up with those stones.
yeah, 100%. So that's why I took one away, and I think one should be fine, right? I mean, that it might be better to remove more of them, but if this is like a ward, I don't want to weaken it too much, right? And if it's like something that strengthens somebody, I hope it's not gonna work. And you have the amount of stones not for a reason, usually. Not that I know.
The only thing that comes up to mind is that one stone is quickly put back on place,
Yeah, but for that to be put back in place, you would need to find it.
You made a point there.
So, I mean, let's go back in. We need to get a night of sleep. At least a bit before whatever happens.
Let's go then.
Okay, so you head inside and head up to your rooms. Unless anyone else has anything they'd like to do before they get a good night's sleep. Anything I need to be aware of? Or... Alright.
Nope.
So, you settle down for a lovely night's rest. And wake up as the morning light comes in through your curtains. The sound of the servants sort of going through the house, setting up things for the day, opening curtains, making sure, getting breakfast prepared. The normal hustle and bustle of a country estate. Nothing untoward seems to have occurred.
That is odd. Okay. We'll go downstairs, get a breakfast, look around. Are Lady Crawley with us that morning?
Lady Crawley hasn't come down for breakfast yet.
Okay, well, we will, I think Franco will pretend to be talking about accounting.
And I would be pretending to be agreeing with him.
Yeah, and as you're having this pretend accountancy conversation, you hear a crash and a clatter from like the main lobby.
My goodness.
Is everything all right there? I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get up and see what may be the problem, if someone's hurt or something.
And appearing in the main lobby, you see Nigel going to write like a hat stand that he seems to have knocked over. His muddy footprints trailed into the hall. This like untucked shirt, jacket's gone astray. Like doesn't look like he's slept since last night. It's the sort of wafting odor of wine and.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk?
Sebastian! You're up early. Late? Early? Late.
Jesus, Nigel. Did you really think you would just stroll here and nobody would spot you?
Yeah?
Did you eat?
Not since yesterday.
Yeah, go freshen up and join us for breakfast as soon as you
Breakfast
can.
and
Yeah, and I signal a maid or footman, anyone who's clear, and please give him a lot of coffee.
yeah, and a brandy.
Yeah, no brandy for you. You already drank enough. It's not
the
even
hair of the
noon,
dog.
please. You
Right.
already drank enough next night. I can smell it from here. Christ.
Coming
Right.
downstairs at this moment, I can smell it from upstairs.
Morning. And
Good
yeah,
morning. Good morning, laddie.
Nigel heads up to his room.
Yeah, give him plenty of cold water in the head and a lot of coffee before and make him presentable, please. I turn to the two fine gentlemen here. I'm sorry, this is my younger brother Nigel. He's a handful, as you can see.
Sorry for what? You're not responsible for his behavior. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're not.
You should show him up to Miss Crawley so she knows how drunk people act.
I cannot contain the laughter. I cannot disagree. Anyhow, yeah.
Okay, Miss Crawley, why isn't she not out? Is she usually not up to breakfast? Or is she just... Maybe there's something... She's in bad night's sleep?
She's usually an early riser.
No, that's actually odd. She is always already there when I arrive to the dining room. So, it's odd. It's really odd. Perhaps. I will perhaps check on her personally. Maybe if I go, she would take it better than from a servant. If you wanna follow me.
Oh, I'm best not, right? She wouldn't really want me to be near her quarters again. So I'm gonna sit down here.
Yes. Yeah, it's wise. Please, help yourself on the buffet. It's
100%.
Yeah. So I will go and knock on the door for the forbidden room.
One moment. Lady Crawley's just dressing.
Yeah, is everything all right? I just noticed she didn't come down for breakfast.
Everything is fine. Just give her a moment, please.
Oh, it's okay. Nothing to worry about then. Do you need any help?
No, everything's fine. Everything's good.
Okay then.
Sir?
Okay then. We'll be downstairs waiting for her.
Sebastian, if you would like, you can give me a listen roll.
Oh. Okay.
So that would be the green one or the purple one. Next to listen on your skills list. Whilst you're looking for that, Morgan, did you have a question?
Yeah, I've got a question. Where are we taking...
Pardon?
Either die?
Yeah, either works. I can just read the middle roll if you hit the purple, or it's the green, the normal roll. Your choice. You don't hear anything of note.
Okay.
Breakfast, I believe would be taken... I don't think we have a specific breakfast room, so possibly in the, either the winter dining room or the summer dining room, or...
I suppose it's the summer one. We use the winter one for dinner. It's the bigger one.
Yeah.
And this one is has a very nice window to the garden, so I suppose it's suitable for breakfast.
It's, yeah, you're downstairs enjoying a lovely breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after a few more moments, you hear Lady Crawley's voice. I'm coming. Gosh, can a lady not even have moment's peace?
Welcome to our breakfast, Lady Crawley. We were expecting you.
Oh, good, I made it down.
Good. So nice of you to join us and grace us with your lovely presence.
Oh, yes, brilliant. I see the accountants are joining us for breakfast. How splendid. Trust everyone got a good night's sleep.
Very well, thank you. Suppose the night has been good for you too, madam.
Yes. It was a good restful night. Yes. I think looks like the sun might be out today. I might take a stroll around the gardens.
The gardens are especially beautiful this time of year. I think you will enjoy them very much.
Is anyone sat facing the windows?
Yeah.
Anyone who'd like to be sat facing the windows, or all of you if you like, can make me a spot hidden at this point. Okay.
Spot hidden.
Franco's good at anything. Then spotting things.
Nope.
Aw. So, Sebastian, you don't notice this, but Franco and Morgan both see, as this conversation going, Agatha sort of hurrying round the outside of the house, looking quite frantic. You see as she pauses for a moment, looks down sort of under the window of the winter dining room, then hurries on.
Oh, somebody's looking for lost stone.
Well, yes, I'll have a lovely walk round the gardens. Will be lovely. I might ask if your mother can accompany me. Nice to have some intelligent company.
Yeah, sure. I had a small meeting I wanted to do with her, just estate business. But after, I suppose she could join you, right, Mama?
I suppose so, yes. Yes. Perhaps, Catherine, you might accompany Lady Crawley until I'm free.
That would be
course.
lovely. Catherine is such a lovely company.
I can show you my roses. We got some new ones recently. Yes, I suppose, yes. Have a lovely walk around the gardens. And as at this point, this is like Nigel, slightly freshened up, sort of slides in to join, helps himself with some breakfast. Gets a scowl from his mother.
Oh, good of you to join us, Nigel. Please, help yourself.
Good.
Eat,
Yeah.
eat some food. Drink some.
I think I'm going
something.
to go down to London for the weekend. There's not much to do up in the country. The shooting yesterday was pointless. There's nothing to be seen. It's the wrong season.
Ah, well, when was the last time you spent a weekend here, anyhow?
Well, it's the country. Nothing exciting happens in the country. Yeah. So I'm going to take the carriage, go down to London. Is that all right?
Yeah, I suppose, yes. I don't see anything wrong with it, right, Mama?
I suppose not. No.
Yeah, you have our blessing. Just go and have fun, but not too much.
Like you even know what fun is. You just spend all the time here talking about with accountants, like, and state management. You're gonna be going grey soon. This is gonna make you old.
Well, somebody has to pay for your allowance.
Be like that. Right. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for breakfast.
As Nigel passes me, I'm gonna be like, how's the head?
Fine. You know what the trick is? It's not having a hangover in the morning.
Drinking.
Still being drunk. Good to meet you. Yeah, so as Nigel heads off, Lady Crawley heads to take a walk around the gardens with Catherine.
Yeah.
As the others are out, I would remind the others, have you seen her maid was frantically looking for stuff?
Yeah, let's can we all go to my study, please? In here, the employees might hear us, and there's a more private room where we can converse. Mama, can you join us, please?
Yes, of course, darling.
Okay. I'll just show everyone to the study.
Okay. Including Mama. I see.
Well, yes. Why would I not be invited?
Oh, no worries.
Where is the study room?
Let me see.
If there's no study, we can repurpose the library or one of the other rooms.
Yeah, it could be the library. Yeah,
Or the
turn
billiard
the library
room,
into an
or-
office.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any.
Yeah, okay. We'll just point everyone to a comfortable place to sit. And then, okay, Mama. As I believe you would already know, those two guys are not accountants.
Well, yes, that was quite plainly obvious.
Yes, and I will have you know that what's happening here is that I shared your concerns about Lady Crawley, and I invited those two fine gentlemen to the estate to help figure out if there was what exactly was her dealings and what she was after, and anything else that they might discover about her, basically. They are detectives, investigators.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes,
Quite a clever
sorry. Yeah, sorry I haven't told you before, Mama, but with all the comings and goings and everything was so rushed, and I didn't have time to appraise you of the situation. But that is what is happening here for sure. And I would also say that those fine men are at your disposal for anything regarding Miss Crawley, and whatever information you or your contacts perhaps may have on her would be of great help.
All I know is she is an incredibly rude woman.
Yes.
So far we have
Unnecessarily
noticed.
so
Yes.
for someone who is a house guest for reasons I'm still unclear on. And
Yes.
she seems to her maid, from what I can gather from talking to Hetty, my lady's maid, that her maid Agatha doesn't seem to be socializing with the other servant, and that Clara saw something before she left that left her quite pale and shaken, and then the next morning she goes without even waiting for references, just says that she can't stand to be in the house with that woman anymore. I mean, she's rude, but that seems beyond the pale. I mean, a lady's maid needs references to work again. Without it, she's not going to make it as a maid.
Does someone have a way to contact her?
I believe, Miss Taylor might. I believe she had family in the next town. Since when I
It
realised
would
I
be
can't
it would be
name a
nice.
single town in Hertfordshire, so...
It would be
Well,
nice
no,
sending
Hampshire. I
her.
said Hampshire, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are in Hampshire.
Yeah. Look, I can't do the home counties, okay? Hertfordshire, Herefordshire. Hurricanes hardly ever happen. Yeah, I'll... yeah, I believe she had... family in, Winchester.
I mean, it would probably be nice to send her resume after her, so she could, resume her job as maid as if she needed to. But how much do the two of you know about occultism?
I beg your pardon.
What? You mean all that spiritualist nonsense? Table rapping and whatnot?
Well,
You mean like witchcraft?
there's a lot of sure, most of it is I give you most of it is nonsense. There is, though, things that normal people don't usually encounter in the world. And we have not actual evidence yet, but reasons to believe that Miss Crawley might be one of those entities.
So you believe she deals with matters of the profane?
She might be a matter of the profane.
She's definitely meddling with something that can't.
This evening, her maid was speaking about.
Yeah, speaking about that, you was going to speak about the stones.
Yes, exactly.
Where is the one you hid?
Oh, in the hedge labyrinth. She was her maid was in the evening preparing like a circle of stones around the building. And since I was observing the windows of the lady from a tree nearby, I could see her placing those, and I removed one of them because I was just one, so any potential ramifications would stay small, and hid it. And right now, the lady is roaming around the garden trying to find that last stone that is missing. As she went to bed, a shadow, the form of her shadow changed, got bulkier and larger. It might just have been like a
demon
play of shit. As long as we don't actually go in her room when she's changing, we'll not know what exactly she might be. But entering her room at that stage might be really dangerous.
That is a very far-fetched tale you are telling me, Mr. Bernice.
I know.
Forgive me if I am a little bit skeptical overall.
That is understandable.
Yes, she's unpleasant, but I hardly think she's a witch.
I'm not saying a witch, no. No.
Do you have any further evidence of that yet, or do you need more time?
Evidence in these kind of things is difficult. but more time would definitely be useful.
We can
Morgan?
show. We can already show the stones that show around the stones that she laid around the house for one.
She
And,
might have already
yeah.
removed those. They might just be there for night.
Yeah, and to be Franco, I don't know if you realized, but one of the stones is quite heavy, and the Agatha lifts a roll trunk with all the stones.
You lifted the entire damn thing?
Yeah, entirely. So
That's a lot of strength for such a small girl.
yeah, a lot. So we have to be really careful with her. I don't know how she can manage this, but yeah, she's quite strong.
I couldn't even move it with 2 hands. And she's just lifting it like I mean, I was assuming because it was almost empty when she came by.
She was still carrying it with 2 hands. Like it was heavy, but not
that heavy.
a trunk full of rocks.
Yeah.
It looked like a normal suitcase.
Yeah. So there's something, and I know it's really far-fetched, all these stories. I don't ask you to believe us.
Well,
I'm just asking. I just ask you to trust us.
Well, I did hire you to figure out what was going on with Miss Crawley, and what you're giving me is an answer, whether I like it or not. So I suppose that, assuming that what you're telling me is true, what would you say would be the next thing we needed to do right now?
I want some more evidence, and I would like to or visit Clara, or have her come here with a pretext, like Franco said. That you just invite her in to give her a resume, and like this we can speak to her, or else we can go to her. But I will prefer she come here. Like this, we don't need to leave the manor.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if she would agree to come here, the circumstances that she left, but I can send a telegram to her town. Where did you say she was, Mama?
Winchester, I believe.
In Winchester, yeah. They have a post office there, right? Well, we can send a telegram. Yes. Yeah, and have her sent to her house. Yes, and then she would get it mostly this afternoon, and we can invite her to come here at night. What do you think? This would work, Mama?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Let's say let us say she has let us give him some money on the side, like a bonus for all the trouble or something like that. I believe that would entice her to be more willing to come. Like,
yes.
let's I would let Miss Taylor know to give her like a month or 2 of her pay, maybe an extra for her. Yeah, and her resume and my personal references.
Yes, some of that will have to be post rather than telegram, but yes, I'll tell her that we're sending them.
Yeah, and let's make this quickly. I'm getting a little worried about the things that are happening here at night. I will not deny you that. And yes, exactly. And Mama, if you would please stay in your rooms during the night, just so nothing bad happens to you.
It's hardly going to be elsewhere.
Yeah, sorry.
I tend to wander around the corridors at night. Who does that?
Yeah. I just give a small look at Franco.
I'm sure I heard someone pacing around the house last night.
Yeah.
I suppose it was one of you fine gentlemen.
Probably. They've been snooping around, yes, but that's what they are, what I hired them. So.
Well, now I know that. That makes sense. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I invited. Yeah, and that's why I invited you here, Mama, so you would be apprised of the situation and wouldn't be surprised by anything anymore. I would just ask you to leave Kat out of this for now. She seems quite oblivious to everything that's been happening, and I wouldn't want her to have an additional reason to worry unless we were extremely sure of what we were dealing with.
Yes, no need to worry the girl. I mean, she's lovely, but no need to worry her.
Yeah, exactly.
As we're talking here, I would like to look out the window into the garden, just to see how quick Lady Crawley finds the hedge maze.
So looking out the window, you can see. You can't actually see Lady Crawley and Catherine from here. Wherever they are in the gardens, they're not in sight from this window.
Okay, but the hedge maze I can see from here.
Let me just check. We established the hedge maze was. The hedge maze is probably more around this side of the house.
But we won't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Like over.
So somewhere
over
here. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the maid still running around frantically trying to find the stone?
Not running around outside, not that you can see now.
Okay. Well.
Preserve my beautiful illustration of a hedge maze.
Beautiful art.
Beautiful.
Yes. So as you're concluding this meeting, so the Dowager Countess goes off to sort out this telegram to Clara and get that sent. What are you doing?
Well, I am at your disposal, gentlemen. Do you need anything from me?
I just want you to be careful because it can go messy and really quickly. So really be careful. I think, Franco, I don't know what you think, but like I told you yesterday, now that we are a little further, I think one stone is not enough. We need to hide a second one.
Yep. Do think so too. I'm assuming that they're searching for the stone right now.
Yeah.
I think the idea we're talking to Clara would be worthwhile. Maybe if she doesn't really want to come here, maybe it's also feasible to maybe like a tavern nearby or something. A place where that's basically neutral ground, so that she doesn't run the risk of meeting Miss Crawley again.
Yeah, I enticed her with Bunny, but I don't know. It's a shot in the dark, really. We could meet in the downstairs, in the kitchen, in the employee area, where Lady Crawley would not come near as well.
Yeah, it's probably going to take at least until this afternoon to get any response from Clara, perhaps not until tomorrow.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything other than the ordinary unless something happened or if Morgan or Franco told me about something, so...
Okay, so you're just going about your daily business.
Yeah.
Get to you in a moment, but Morgan and Franco, what would you two be doing with your day whilst you wait for any kind of response to come?
I would walk around the garden, just looking about what the others are doing, and look if the other stones are gone again, or if they are if the stones that the maid placed are still there, or if she removed them early in the morning.
They are still there. They're not big stones, and they're pushed up against the house, so you only, like, because you're looking for them, you notice them. But individually, like, they're just, blocks of stone just pushed up right in the undergrowth against the house, or just under windowsills, like lent up against the walls of the house. Like, if you were mowing the grass around there or doing tidying up, you'd notice them. But otherwise, it might not always be noticeable to everyone just taking a stroll around. You can see that they're still there. You can also see, as you go about, Agatha looks to be sort of, as you see her leaving the house, looking quite sort of distressed and heading out towards the directions of the gardens where Lady Crawley had walked off to.
Okay.
Right.
Is she walking past me, or is she?
Yeah, she'll be walking past.
Okay. I'd try to make eye contact and ask, is everything all right, ma'am?
Everything's fine.
It's just you're looking a little.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something. It's going to sound daft. Lady Crawley is misplaced it's an antique. It belonged to her husband. If you've seen anywhere around the house.
If you can help, what kind of antique is it?
It's going to sound a little
She's
daft.
obviously lying to me, right?
It's this Egyptian stone. It's like this big, like a big piece of stone.
Like a big piece of stone.
Yeah, it's from Egypt.
Ah, I see. So has it like hieroglyphics on it and stuff?
Yeah, look, it's going to sound quite ridiculous, but I think one of the servants here might have taken it, or perhaps that drunk. Sorry, don't mean to speak like that. Perhaps the young lord took it. You haven't seen anything like that anywhere around here? In the house, maybe?
I would start looking around. Is there one of the stones nearby?
Yes.
Because then I would.
She's not very good at lying.
I'm gonna go. If you're this one, maybe, and I'll just grab the stone from the side and hold it up.
And you see this ripple of emotions. Like, she's like, in fact, make me a psychology roll here. You'll see how much you get on. Yeah, you get the whole
if you need it on hard,
no, you get the whole kind of like, her eyes go from you to the stone and like this kind of, oh shit, no. She goes, I don't know how it could have ended up there. Well, thank you.
There you go.
Did you go to pick it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up and hand it to her.
I need a power roll from you. I'm going to give you a bonus die because you've already experienced. You know what is coming.
That would be a hard one then.
Yeah. So yeah, you feel the little tingle, but it's not. You don't get the flash of something that you got before. And she kind of holds this stone as though she's not sure quite what she's supposed to be doing with it. And then heads into the house. While this is going on, Morgan, what do you want to be up to?
Actually, I was doing the rounds. I was running around the house to see where the stones are, and from the far corner, I see all what happens, and I was like, "That's nice."
Yeah. So well.
Yeah, and I'll go to Franco after she leaves.
Yeah, she heads back inside with this stone that was not the stone she's looking for.
This is not the stone you're looking for.
Well, how's that going on? Actually, Sebastian, Catherine comes running in from the gardens. What's it?
Oh.
Sebastian, that old woman is crazy.
What happened?
She accused me of stealing a rock, and was asking me if I'd see. Would you help her search the gardens or search the house? A rock? she's lost someone. She says someone has stolen a rock off her, and she was accusing me, and she is quite insane. I don't know anything about a rock, but
don't worry, darling. I will take her hands and like, don't worry.
it really.
Like
I'm
gonna talk to her.
All faint. I don't really remember. There's something awful, quite awful.
Yes, don't worry. I am going to talk to her.
Like,
where is she right now?
Like a shadow out by the hedge maze.
Huh? What do you mean?
I was showing her the roses, and then I went to show her the hedge maze, and then when we were outside of the house, and then it's like it's going to sound quite insane, but there's something very not right about her. I don't know what it was, but please make her leave. Please make her leave. I don't know why she's here, but please.
I am. Don't worry. I hug her. Actually, she needs a hug. Poor thing, she needs a hug.
Yeah, just like within your arms, like.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of everything. Okay?
She had too many arms.
I compare that with what the detective said, the investigator said, and like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna talk to her. We're gonna sort this out. Everything will be fine. Don't worry, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now go to, if you want to go to the drawing room, do some knitting.
Yes,
it will calm you down, right?
I think I might, but I swear, nothing's been right since she came here.
I know. Things are. I also wish we didn't have to call her here. But don't worry, I'm gonna take care of everything, okay? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of Mama. I'm gonna take care of even Nigel, even though he doesn't want to be taken care of, but it's okay.
Oh, Nigel.
Yeah, he's the least of our problems now, isn't he? But it's okay. I'm gonna take care of everything. Don't worry.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
You said she was on the hedge maze, right? I'm gonna have a talk with her.
Okay. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take her hand. I'm gonna kiss her hand. Don't worry. Okay? Be well. And then I'm gonna try to find Lady Crawley in the hedge maze.
Okay. So you head into the hedge maze, which you know your way around very well. It's your hedge maze.
Do we see him go?
I'd say yeah. From the way you're on the terrace, pair of you see him enter the hedge maze. Off just out of the corner of your eye, he heads into the hedge maze.
Oh damn!
Could probably go behind that just in case. I mean,
Yeah.
leave a bit space, but or you know what? You go and remove another one of those stumps, and I go and follow behind because I'm, not as noticeable as you are.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. And I start trailing Sebastian.
Okay, are you trying to stay unnoticed by him?
Yes, I do try to stay unnoticed by all of them.
Okay, can we have a stealth from you and either a spot hidden or a listen from Sebastian here?
Probably listen.
Okay. Yeah,
Nah.
you don't notice the thing following you, but you can hear the shuffling steps of Lady Crawley, who is not trying to be unheard. You can hear her.
Okay.
From a
Lady
few
Crawley?
turns. Oh, you. I see.
Lady Crawley? Hello? You there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've been told I could find you here. Is something the matter?
Yes. She turns around. You're now in this shadowed sort of hedge corridor in the maze. She turns back around the corner and she says, "You have a thief in your house. You know that."
What do you mean?
Someone snooping around in the night and interfering with business.
At night, I suppose. What happened at night? Did something happen at night?
Yes. Someone stole something from me, something important.
You mean from your room?
No, from the house.
What do you mean you? What
Interfered
do you mean
in my
from the
business.
house? What do you
Look,
mean from the house? I
When
am not aware you are. Do you have anything of yours in the house other than your room?
what it is doesn't concern you. The price of me getting you out of the trouble you were in was I come here and you do not interfere with my activities. You
No.
interfered with what I'm trying to do here.
Perhaps if I were in the loop of what you were doing, I would have instructed my employees not to mess with it. Probably it's just some maid who thought it was something that was out of place and replaced it.
Well, in that case, I need you to go through all your servants, all your guests, and all your family members, and find out who took a stone from outside the house last night.
My family?
Fine.
I beg your pardon?
Whichever of them took it, I need it back.
I
Don't get it
would
back before
hard-
nightfall this evening. All of London will know exactly the trouble your father got this family into. And you will find yourself
Wait.
in some quite serious trouble of other matters. I
Wait, we don't have to.
friends in very high places.
Okay, I don't think we need to go that avenue. I am sure we can sort this out. I mean, it's just a stone, right? Probably was just replaced by a maid or something like that. I really don't believe that my employees would steal anything from a guest, such distinguished guest as you. So I believe this is all a big misunderstanding, and we can sort it out fairly easily.
Good. By nightfall.
Don't you
Tonight.
worry. I am going to
We need
personally
it
take care of
back.
that. Okay? It's a stone, you said.
Yes. This big.
Mm-hmm.
It was outside the drawing room window.
Okay.
Whoever was
Yes, I
snooping
will.
around, perhaps that drunk brother of yours, or that snooping young man. Tall
I
one.
wouldn't. I wouldn't pass Nigel to have tripped onto the thing and then tossed it on the lake or something. I will inquire him. I suppose he's not on the manor as of now and will be only back by Monday, but I will inquire Miss Taylor and go through his things if it would make you more at ease.
Good. Now, get on it.
Don't worry, okay? Don't worry.
And she...
But if I may, actually, ask that in the future you apprise. If you don't want to do that to the servants of the house, I would agree. But if you would apprise me of anything else in a similar matter that you would, just so we could avoid this kind of situation in the future, you see?
Well,
If
yes.
everybody in this house knew that there was something important that you were putting in places here, and then nobody would disrupt it, you see?
Well, yes. I suppose.
Yes, so...
The stones will be replaced this evening, and you will not disturb them. Understood?
You can count on that. You can
Good.
count on that, don't worry.
She...
Might I ask,
yes?
what are those stones, if
That
I
is
may?
none of your business. You
I
need
see.
not concern yourselves with what they are. Is that understood?
I suppose, yes. I should know my place in all this.
She
Don't
sort
worry.
of eyes you with a little bit of suspicion.
I am trying to... Do I have something to help me analyze her responses or
Yeah,
her
you can
body
make
language?
me a psychology roll if you want to try and analyze her responses. And if you want to try and sort of charm your way and sort of like slide your way out of sort of alerting her suspicion, you can make a roll from your side as well. And so either like
roll
a charm or a fast talk, perhaps, if you're trying to
Yeah,
like
I'm going to do a charm. Yeah.
yeah, and then a psychology for what you can get off.
Oh,
Ugh. I am such a charming man, but still
Not charming enough for her.
not charming enough for the likes of her. See, I am still going to. Please,
Yeah.
Miss Crawley, understand. I am your servant here.
But yeah, and psychology is essentially the
Oh
inside.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And that one, yeah, that one won't work.
Oh, she's a little hard to get a read on. But yeah. And Franco, you're not really close enough to see like her expressions. You can see her, you can hear what she's saying, and you know she's shifty. You like.
I can spend luck on the charm roll.
Yeah, you could spend luck if you want to. That would be. I mean, that
15.
would be.
15 luck.
Yep.
It's not 15. That would be.
90 to 70.
Oh yeah, it would. I can't do maths.
Yeah, it's 25 would be 100.
Yes. Lessons for this evening. I cannot read and I cannot do maths. I should not be let loose on a tabletop game.
Nah.
Overrated anyway.
Yeah, I would spend luck on this because it's an important thing.
Yeah. In which case, yeah, she seems to be buying everything you're saying. She doesn't seem.
So I spend luck.
Yes, so you would reduce your luck by 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Whilst this is going on, Morgan, what were you up to?
I'm going to see if I can catch a stone nearby where I was.
Yeah, there was a stone outside the yellow drawing room window.
Okay, so I will take my gloves off of my pocket. I will put my gloves on because all this kind I learned my lessons. And I will lift the stone up.
Okay. Could you give me a power roll, please?
Of course. Oof, fail.
You feel it's more about the intention. You go to pick this stone up and move it from its place. You feel this flash of something against your mind, this malevolent force pushing out towards you. And I need a sanity roll, please.
Fail.
Oh, that is only 4 points of sanity lost. And I don't believe that takes you down below your limit
Just
as
not.
well. No.
Just not.
No. So, yeah, it's like you kind of shudder and almost drop it, but you're able to pick up the stone.
I wonder if there is a sledgehammer around here. Can I pick it up afterwards or not yet?
Yeah. You can pick it up. Yeah.
So I will take it with me, and I will hide it. Is there a space under the marble under the marble terrace? Is there?
I think the terrace like reaches down to the ground, like it is a solid.
But there is no under it. There is no place to hide it.
No, it's like solid stone.
So I'm going to take a little on the side of the hedge wall. Just a little further up the stairs. I will put it there, near the hedge.
Yeah. So you hide it, and you just finished hiding it as. Actually, give me a luck roll, please.
Where's my sheet? It's gone again. It's annoying. Here it is again. Luck.
Doom, doom, doom.
Fail.
As you're placing it near the edge of the hedge maze, Lady Crawley comes out of the hedge maze and looks at you. You are the
We're not a
thief.
very lucky table, aren't we?
No, they're not. You did. She sort of has, having come from the conversation with Sebastian, as she just as emerging the hedge maze, she sees you there, near the edge of the hedge maze. You thief! She sort of takes a couple of steps towards you.
And I'm going.
I did not think it was you.
Beg your pardon, Macy. I think you speak to the wrong person to speak like that.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. You just don't call me a thief like that. I just saw a stone. I pick it up. I look at it. Don't call me a thief. Does your name is written on it? No.
Hand
So
it
please.
over.
Please?
Hand it over, please.
Here you are, dear Missy.
She takes it with murder in her eyes. She
And
clutching
she,
the stone in like looking oddly
Am
in
I
his hands.
hearing the voices from outside the hedge maze?
Yeah, the two of you aren't very far in the hedge maze. Yeah, so you can hear this exchange.
Yeah, I'm going to converge there.
and I'm going to. I'm not done yet. I'm like, there. You seem to really like this stone, Missy.
Don't you call me Missy.
I call you whatever I like. Like, it's not like you are upper higher than me, so we don't know each other. So
You
You
are
are?
here as the guest of the Earl.
yes, and you are a guest as well.
Oh,
You don't have any
Earl
property.
owes everything to me.
Yeah, but you don't have any act of property. You don't have nothing of this property, so you're a guest as well.
Oh, So I see. He told you, did he? How I dug
No.
him out of his little financial hole?
I'm an accountant, so I know what's going on. I know who has act of property here around, so I don't need to. He don't need to tell me.
I care about little things like deeds.
So you're saying me that you own the property now that you helped our little
I'm
sir.
saying ownership of this property is entirely irrelevant. You
And I'm looking at her, and I've got this little smirk, like a little intimate, like. See, you, my dear lady, you are really a strange one.
Yes. And you, it seems, are altogether too bold.
Maybe
And
because
there-
again,
Is a sort of a ripping noise.
Yeah.
Almost like it starts off with like the rip of fabric, and then there's like this like rip, wet, tearing noise, and you see as this like she kind of takes a step towards you as you watches the skin on the back of her hands of splits open, peeling apart, and sort of extra. Her hands are slithering, coiling outwards, and the same sort of down the sides of her face. There's this all-woman like mask of flesh that seems to peel and split apart.
and at this moment, I'm opening my jacket really slightly.
I need a sanity roll from you, please.
Okay. Oh,
That's
come
what
on.
we're gonna walk into.
Come on.
That is a failure. you only lose 2 points of sanity. However, you sort of involuntarily, if your hand squeezes on the trigger a moment too soon, and the gunshot goes off wild. Doesn't hit her.
I'm not shooting. I was only opening my jacket.
Sanity.
I
get a lost sanity roll. I get a moment of.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
This gunshot. You instantly sort of reach for your gun. The trigger goes. It misfires, but the gunshot rings out, and you hear it. The two of you from inside the maze. The gunshot going off.
Okay, I'm running now.
And.
Yeah, detail.
As the two of you turn out, I need sanity rolls from the pair of you, and then we'll be back to
monster.
Morgan,
not
I believe,
fun.
is the.
Oh. Can I use luck on a sanity roll?
Not in this version. That's a pulp thing.
Oh crap! Well, that's gonna be painful.
That is only 1 point of sanity lost
Oh,
for
that's fine.
Sebastian,
Oh, sad.
Fun.
who hasn't quite caught up with this situation. And
Yeah,
7 points of
succeeded.
sanity lost from Franco.
7.
This creature starts to fold out, and it grows. It's like twice the height that Lady Crawley was. These serpentine, extra jointed limbs coiling outwards of this creature as it looms over Morgan.
Yeah, I'm through. I'm easily through. I'm both through.
That is a very, very, very inappropriate time for me to not have my gun.
I need a D10 from Franco as just this is too much. This was meant to be a break. And Morgan, what are you doing? You are the fastest on the draw here. You were prepared for this. Just
I'm going to
creature just looming above and over you.
I'm going to point at her head, and I'm going to shoot, but I'm shoot her good this time.
You've got a bonus die for point blank range.
And how does the bonus dice work here?
Roll the purple one.
Okay.
So just look up. Oh, I don't like that one.
Voilà.
Actually, no. I think. So as this, okay, that's a success. Roll me the damage from your firearms, please.
I don't have the damage. We didn't spoke about the damage of the
What
handgun.
kind of handgun?
Handgun,
Any
yeah.
particular caliber of handgun?
Excuse me?
Any particular caliber of handgun? This is Cthulhu. I have a table of guns that's 4 pages long.
It wouldn't be a small gun. It will be a high caliber like.
Okay. For now, roll me 1d10 plus 2 for your gun.
1d10. Let's do. 11.
It's shots, just close range, chunks of flesh flying off the side of this thing. Is that a face? Hard to tell. There seem to be too many eyes on it, too many limbs. This whole thing writhing and moving, but that's definitely blown a chunk of it off. And Franco, you can't remember how you got here. Last thing you.
Oh, not again.
Morgan asked for your help, and you literally can't remember anything other than the moment that Morgan came to ask for your help, and now there's a thing, and you don't know what's going on.
Is there something around me that I can throw at a thing?
You're on the edge of a hedge maze. It's probably some ornamental pots.
Throw it at the thing. The thing is definitely evil. Whatever the thing is, I'm eating things at it.
Okay, give me a throw, please, and then. right. Yeah. As this shot rings out and blows a great chunk of it off, there's also what's the suitable damage for? Roll me a d4 for plant pot.
Yeah, nice. Okay. 1d4 pot damage.
Like the plant pot. It sounded like it. You don't know what it is, where it came from, but plant pot hits it straight on. Sebastian, as you come out the maze, you see this. You're not really. It's the full horror of the situation hasn't sunk in yet.
Yeah, I am going to do the most sensible thing a British gentleman from the Victorian age would do at a situation like this. I am going to run away.
What is this rationality and
You know what? As you're the guest, as you turn to run away, you see as this creature, half its face blown, swivels round towards you. Could you give me? Well,
Actually, I was not actually going to run. Like, I was going to run to the house, and I was going to ask, are there any guns at the house that I could retrieve?
We'll get to that. Let's see if you can get past this thing. As it takes a swipe for you as you run away. You can choose to try and fight back and sort of punch back against it, or to dodge out the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump and roll and just throw myself out. What do I do? Dodge?
Dodge. Yeah.
Dodge. Okay.
Oof.
4 points of luck. 4 points of luck, and you made it.
Yeah. Good one. Good one.
Yes. Just with a bearish slither, like looking at the way you see as this horrific malformed hand swipes through the space where you were a second before, as this creature turns towards you. And as it sort of turns to try and take a swipe at Sebastian, Morgan, back to you.
I'm going to shoot again.
Blow her whatever that is that resembles a face off.
Yeah, I'm still aiming the face. Yeah.
You've still got the bonus die.
Okay, so
It's probably going to turn around to you next time. Oh.
Is this a hard success?
No, that is just a success.
Okay.
4 points, and it would be hard.
4 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. 4 points. I give the 4 points.
Alright. Yeah, that's another chunk of it blown out. It snarls around to look towards you. This thing, there's great holes in it now, gaping gaps. It's big, but you've blown some considerable chunks out of it. Let's see what Franco.
Pot is gone. There's probably some
There's some broken pottery.
There's broken pottery. That's true. I'm not gonna go in too close. So I'm gonna
Take
go.
one of the stones and throw at her.
Yeah, well, the stones. I hit the stone. So I'm not gonna find it that easily. So I'm gonna grab one of. There's probably like walking stones when you walk along in the maze, right? And I'm pulling one out of the ground and eat that.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm pulling. It's not working. It's fine.
Throwing at this paver.
I'm just panicked. It's fine. I don't know how to get to you. This thing is evil.
Sebastian, as you run up towards the house, you see standing in your path, Agatha.
Oh.
Shoot.
I'm a gentleman. I cannot say that. Oh, hell. I literally go. Oh,
she takes a couple of steps towards you and she swings forward with her fist to punch you.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna try to hold her hand. No, I know that she's super strong. I heard them talking about that. No, I'm gonna drop to the floor.
Dodge.
Like, oh,
Dodge.
dare you. This time, though, it doesn't work, and this fist collides with your face with far more force than Agatha's small frame seems sensible to hold. But clearly, there's muscles hiding under that maid's uniform. As the fist flies, that will be 5 points of damage, 5 hit points lost from you. How many do you have total?
I have 11.
Okay, that's not a major wound, so you're still on your feet.
Okay.
But
Yeah, but my nose is broken, probably.
yes.
Ow.
And now it's your turn.
Okay, I am going. Okay, quick reminder. Where are the guns in the house?
You probably up to you where you'd keep them. Possibly.
Okay, I would say on the study, on a drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the closest one. I will try to run through her and enter the house and try to at least outrun her.
Okay, so ignoring her, but you hair into the house. Agatha now. You see her eyes like flick from like the fight going on down at the mage to you, and she turns to follow you into the house.
Yeah, at least I'm keeping them separate.
Just for reference, let's just check your sheet. How fast are you? Your move speed is 7.
A fit person.
Not particularly speedy.
He's probably a 9.
Oh, great.
But let's see what happens there in a moment, because meanwhile, the thing that was Lady Crawley, its face half missing, its arm hanging limply, turns around its full attention to the real threat here. Morgan, looming above, and it reaches down to kind of grasp him in this mess of hands and hands. You can try and dodge or punch and fight your way back out of this.
I'm going to dodge.
All right, give me that roll.
Hard success.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a success, and we're back round to you. It's your turn, Morgan.
Okay. Let's see. I told you I've seen other than yours, and I'm going to shoot again.
I promise we're not playing pulp here. Everything turns into pulp eventually.
Purple again or green
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I dodge? Okay, purple. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, no, yeah, you're using a gun, so it'd be the normal one. It doesn't matter. That is an extreme success. Not a particularly good roll.
Damage roll 4.
Huh.
But hang on, let me just check.
You add 1 full damage on top of that,
Yeah, I
don't
think
you?
that's extreme. You get. I think a gun gives you piercing damage, impaling. So yes, this shot pierces through whatever remains of this creature, whatever it is, whatever's driving this thing, whatever's in command of this thing, and it just crumples downwards, collapsing inwards on itself, like the bits that expanded out of Lady Crawley sort of crumpling back down until you're looking down at the sprawled body of a little old lady. With 3 bullet wounds in her.
Good.
Well, I'm still trying to pull out that stone.
It's still Franco still trying to pull out this stone. Sebastian,
Yes.
reach the study just like seconds before Agatha. You can like the guns on
Yes. Open drawer, pull gun, point, trigger.
I'm going to say, let's give me a dex roll. Let's see if you can get this out fast enough to get it
what?
out.
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Top
Dexterity, okay.
up the top of your sheet. Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
5 luck, maybe?
Yeah, with 5 luck, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the gun just as you see her coming in.
Okay, I am going to discharge this revolver at her.
Okay, give me 3 rolls. You got point blank range counteracted with 3 charges, so that's 3 normal rolls.
Okay, I don't have the firearms in my sheet though. In
It
the
should be
roll
just-
20 sheet.
If you just look on your normal skills, it should be.
Let me see.
Firearms, HAG.
20%.
Firearm.
Handgun, and we'll call this.
There it is. There it is. But it's not
We'll call
50,
this-
it's 60.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Look,
It's
I
okay.
told you I can't read. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 3 times, right?
Yes. Bang, bang, bang. Shots firing out.
Bang, bang, bang. 1. Okay, at least 1.
1 hits. Roll me a d10, please.
How do I roll a d10?
/R 1d10. Or if you like, I can roll it for you. There we go. 6. She staggers back for a moment. No. As she swings around to try and, she just reaches out. You see she, grasps at, the nearest thing on the desk, like a large paperweight, and goes to, club you over the head with it.
I'm going to try to put my arm in front of it.
Alright, give me a dodge roll.
Okay. Oh!
Hard success.
Yes. She doesn't manage to hit you. Look out the way. As the fight outside is mostly done, I'm going to go back round to you, Sebastian.
Hey, again. I'm fairly close to her, right?
Yes, and there's, I think, 3 more bullets in the chamber because you are the kind of unsafe person who keeps a loaded gun in a drawer.
Oh yeah. I'm totally. So is she close enough so I can just touch the gun and just?
Yeah, you're getting the bonus die. So that's
okay.
That's why. Yeah, you're getting the. But
Okay,
if you're
so...
firing 3, it cancels out, so that it becomes 3 normal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 shots again. Okay. And bang, bang, bang.
Oh,
I think.
Wow.
So from
Those one were to the face.
Yeah, you just hear from outside as Franco's just still tugging at this paver stone, and Morgan, as you're looking down at Lady Crawley dead on the ground, you hear this gunshots from the library. It's bang, bang, bang. You hear a scream from somewhere else in the house. Yeah. Both
We
of
need to-
your assailants are on the ground, but
Did
This
I
is drawing a
blow
lot
her
of-
head off?
yes.
I stop trying to pull out that stone. And I'm looking around. Is everything peaceful? And I'm looking at Morgan. And you think we need to go there?
I'm already running.
Oh,
As you're running towards the study, also running towards the study are the Dowager Countess, Nigel, several servants, the count, everyone converging on this study. As, yeah, Franco, your memory's starting to come back to you now. It's in sort of snatches and bits and pieces, something about stone, names, faces, but it is slowly coming back to you. But yeah, the household and the 2 of you sort of converge on this study. You can see there's just blood sort of sprayed across the fine furnishings. A dead maid.
And probably I'm drenched in blood. That's not my own.
There's a third as Catherine faints.
Hello, you fine gentleman. I took care of that.
What
Oh.
on earth?
Hey, I took care of the old witch there down outside. So
Yeah. I start walking.
I think we're going to need a brandy here.
Yeah, somebody clean this room, please. I leave the room with my gun still in my hand.
So yeah,
I will not clean that mess.
as you walk out of the room, sort of dead bodies lying on the floor. Whatever threat it was that Lady Crawley flows seems to have been neutralized. The question remains, what do you tell your staff? What do you do about the stones? And what do you do about the 2 dead bodies?
We should call somebody. Some inspector of ours. That there's a bit of a problem and that we might have need for some official reasons for things.
I'm
Inspector
sorry,
Barnes?
you want to call the police in?
No, just one policeman, Inspector Barnes.
Yeah, he's the one for that sort of extended problem. How about you just... I mean, we just leave this as is, and you just, don't enter this room anymore, and wait until the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
A good idea.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem, though.
Or else we have a hedge maze here.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
It can be a new treasure. You put something. We put them in the center of it, and
Yeah, and then somebody thinks, hey, there might be a treasure, and he just digs up dead bodies. I mean,
We'll just
yeah.
sit on an armchair and stare into the window like, what the hell just happened?
I mean, we definitely should inform our friend anyway, even though he's maybe not able to officially solve that situation. That has happened. These people died in self-defense.
Oh yeah, they did.
So,
it was a weird sort of situation. Yeah, this grandmother was dangerous.
Sebastian, I know you don't want to hear this, and I know it's not probably the best time. But I'm sure she was connected. And
she actually said to me she had friends in very high places, whatever that means.
I mean, anyone can say that. Doesn't make it necessarily true.
True. I have said that, and I don't have any.
Franco, you know as I do. If she has help,
this house is not safe anymore.
Maybe the house is safe, but do not hesitate to contact us if something tries to threaten you or something else. And if you can hire some guards, I think it will be suitable.
I will do that. I am glad that this happened after she gave us her money. So at least that problem is solved. And yes, I will sure put some security around here. Yes.
Let's go
And
hide the bodies.
yes, I will. Yeah, I am not good at doing this kind of stuff, so I am gonna leave you to do that if you don't mind.
Yeah,
And don't
Morgan can
worry.
carry the body. I go dig the hole in the middle of the hedge maze.
Yeah,
But before I do that, I would
And-
like to call the
Victor Barnes.
Inspector Bonds. Yeah, just so he knows that if
What
this,
are you telling him? This is very important. What are you going to say to him?
I'm saying to him that there has been an issue with that with Miss Crawley and her.
Sorry, speak up. Sorry, it's a bad line. With who's Miss Crawley?
Oh, in case somebody
Who's this again?
Hi, this is Franco Bernice. Is Inspector Bonds on the phone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You remember the
Ye-
Esoteric Society?
Yes.
It's one of those problems, and it is solved. Just informing you that there's the people that were the problem, named Miss Lady Millicent Crawley and her maid.
Agatha.
Look, Mr. Burness.
Agatha.
Yeah.
Do I want to hear what you're about to say? Are you going to tell me about something that I, as a police officer, will have to do something about?
How's your evening?
Delightful, and I'm going to return to it. Ding.
Oh,
The wonderful London police and the Scotland Yard doing what they do best.
So, I think center of the hedge, it will be.
yeah. He was very clear that he doesn't want to know.
Okay.
So yeah, you set
Oh,
about.
and by the way, as they are leaving to deal with the bodies, and by the way, we never discussed the matter of your payment.
No, we didn't.
I am not in financial problems anymore, thanks to you, so I suppose you could see a very hefty sum being sent to your accounts.
Send it to the London Esoteric Society.
Only yourself. I need my money.
Don't worry, I will make sure that you are very well rewarded. Both of you. London Esoteric Society, okay? I will be taking note of that. And I will also keep your number.
Please do.
So yes, the bodies are buried in the center of the hedge maze. Because no one will ever think to look there for anything.
Yes.
I will find the closest sledgehammer I can find and I will destroy the stones. Just destroy them. I will just pick one and keep it as a souvenir and bring it back to the London Esoteric Society.
Okay, whatever power was in them seems to have dispersed with Lady Crawley's death. But there's still stones marked with sage sigils. Yeah, you can keep one as a souvenir. The rest smashed up and destroyed. What their intention was, you don't know. Why this house? Why this place? Why this time? Who knows? What was she? And are there more of them out there? Remains to be seen. And will an inheritor of the estate in years to come decide to put in a nice fountain in the centre of the hedge maze? And get and we'll see printed across like the Wilshire papers, like bodies found in stately home. But that is a problem for future generations. And as the Esoteric Society returns back to London with this case closed, Sebastian left with large amounts of money, some very worried servants, and a traumatized family. Because none of them really saw what went down, but they all know that something happened and people got shot.
Oh, they saw a woman with her head blown off. It's not a pretty sight.
Yes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do to your family on exactly why two people are now dead. Your mother is surprisingly on board with whatever explanation you give. Like,
it was a good thing to let her know beforehand what was going on.
Yeah. But how much of this will stay entirely in the Foster family remains to be seen.